Excited to have you.
Yeah, I missed this couch.
You missed it.
Yes, my impression is still here.
Yes.
It was still warm from last time I was sitting here.
Congratulations on another season of the challenge. Does it ever take any convincing to get you back?
Yes.
Does it?
I mean, not necessarily like they have to. Well, they do have to. They have to convince me with higher wages, obviously. But no, it's more me convincing myself.
Sure.
That I'm ready to, check back in and endure all the mental anguish and physical anguish and emotional anguish that it takes to go through a season of the challenge. So, it's funny because it's like you think the more you do, the easier they get. It never gets easier.
No, it never
gets easier. In fact, I think it gets a little more difficult because now, I mean, when I was younger and I lived a more chaotic life, because I can't say I have a lot of stability in my life, but when I lived a more chaotic existence when I was younger, and I didn't necessarily need any sort of like structure or like routine or rhythm in my life, it didn't really bother me. But when I'm home, when I'm not filming, when I'm kind of just doing my real life thing, I have a very structured existence. So it's difficult to then check out of that, and then go back to like sleeping in a bunk bed and eating catering and,
Right, and putting your body to like the extreme.
And your mind to the extreme, and, kind of being, just kind of isolated from the outside world.
Yeah.
So.
How much time in advance do you get like notice that you're doing this, and what do you kind of do to your body to kind of prepare for this then?
Well, so I own a boxing studio in South Florida, Rumble. So I basically have to train on a daily basis. It's a business. I'm the face of the place, so I have to stay in shape just for that. But I always say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And that's just how I've always been. I really credit the challenge to keeping me in shape because I got to put in twice as much work to get out the same output as I used to have to.
Yeah.
But I get a couple months, 2-3 months usually. When we know what the date's going to be, and then they do the availability call, they do the confirmation call. So you usually get a couple of months, but that's more for me to like get all my ducks in a row, and to kind of get all of my affairs in order before I go away, because it is. I mean, when we leave, we're basically, we're cut off pretty much from the outside world.
Sure.
So business stuff, personal stuff, I got to get that all taken care of. But it makes me appreciate my life so much more when you have all like the creature comforts of home taken away, and I get to be away from my phone. It's really nice to have like a social media detox. You'd be amazed at how much anxiety that causes. So when you don't have your phone on you for a while, you're not a slave to your device, like, it's kind of therapeutic.
Sure, so, When you got the list of who was going to be the vets on the show, what was your initial reaction? Or do you not find out until you get there?
No, we know.
Okay.
We talk.
Yeah, you talk.
Listen, I was happy. There's certain people that you really do, like, we have like, we're a family, right? I mean, we spend so much, I've actually spent probably more time with some challenge people than I have my own family over the past few years. So there are certain people that when they're there, the Leroys, the Nannies, the CTs to a certain extent, depending on which game he's playing that season, really make it easier because you want to be around people that you're friends with and you connect with. Because that's the worst thing, is to be in a house with like people like you don't vibe with and you don't want to be around, you don't want to room with. So this season was cool knowing the vets that were going to go. And again, it's like at this point we're like the space cowboys.
Sure, yeah. Was there anybody that surprised you in a good way or bad way, or like, oh, I can't believe this person's actually coming back? Or
Ashley Mitchell. Very surprised to see Ashley back.
Okay.
Thought she was like living, I don't know, in like some hut in Costa Rica, but I guess she's gonna be back. So, and I'll tell you what, things I love, the things that I love about certain, and this is why they keep coming back. The Nannies, the Ashleys, the Anisas, they never change.
Yeah.
And that's, but in a good way though. It's like you can always depend on them to still bring the emotion, to still bring that level of, slightly to very unhinged. And I think that's why, we have the fan base that we do, is because they, we're cut from a different cloth.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was fun. It was fun to see, Ashley back on the screen and
Definitely.
Melanie too. Yeah.
I think last year you said that you don't count Wes out.
Yeah.
Did you think that he would be?
I knew
back?
he wasn't, just because he said he was, from a timeline. But I'm telling you right now, Wes is not retired.
Okay.
It just has to make sense for him to do it. So yeah, we'll probably see Wes at some point, whether it's All Stars or whether it's the flagship. Turbo's back.
Yeah.
And we'll see what he's up to this season. Me and him, I never know from one moment to the next if he wants to be my friend or he wants to stab me in the face. So.
Was he your friend at the wedding? Didn't you guys all go to the
No,
wedding?
Turbo didn't go to the wedding.
Okay. No,
Wes,
he didn't
Devin, and Nelson.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the four of us. Yeah, we created a scooter gang in Rome.
Very nice.
We talked about for centuries.
I'm sure. You said you never know what kind of game CT is going to play.
Yeah.
What kind of game did he bring to this?
Same old thing. You know what I mean? Talks a lot, doesn't say much.
Okay.
Kind of talks around in circles. Never really know where I'm staying with him. I'm like, are we good? Or are we good now? Or are you secretly plotting against me behind my back? Like, but that's just how it's always been. Like, CT and I feel like have we fight been a proxy war. We've never necessarily gone to war directly.
Sure.
But it's almost like you fund other, countries to fight the war for you, and that's kind of like what he does. So I kind of saw that happening a little bit, but I mean that's just his game. That's how it's always been.
Right.
So, that's things. Some things just never. Old habits don't die.
No.
Old habits die hard. Is that how it goes?
Old habits die hard.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he'll, stop soon? But we see it in the trailer. He's like, I can come back whenever the F I want.
Yeah.
So
no, I think him and I at this point are like grandfathered in.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those things where it's like we have the option, like the options to us. It's not like, hey, we're already baked into the cake.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's like we've got these spots reserved. If they don't come, then we can fill them in with somebody else.
Right.
But no, I mean, dude, he's not going anywhere.
No, not going anywhere. Yeah, and I think you say in the trailer too, like, I am the challenge. Do you feel that way? And do you feel yes?
Yes, in every way, shape, and form. And that's the thing is like there can be. Listen, this will be debated until the end of time. Who's the greatest of all time? Blah 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 blah. I don't think that I think that's an unfair title, only because, in my opinion, it's almost like superlatives. Like you can't just have like one overarching who's the best. It's like the best at what? Yeah. And the thing is, when it comes to the greatest of all time, people say, "Oh, well, CT's the most physically dominant one to ever play." Like, and I would agree with that. Jordan is the best endurance athlete to ever be on it. I would agree with that too. Yeah. But from a just overall perspective, for who has brought the most on a regular and consistent basis for the longest amount of time, who's carried the challenge through, let's be real, the dark days when it was like, I mean, if it wasn't for the shenanigans that I brought on the show, the money grab from Sarah, the backpack, the, Bloodlines, epic blow up of Carmery and Abe's relationship, like, nobody, I feel like, there's more. There's certain other people that if they're not on for a season, it's not necessarily going to affect the show all that much as far as storylines go. If I'm not there, it really does, make the show a lot less enjoyable, only because it's like at this point, I'm not just a cast member. I really do feel like I'm a producer embedded in the show, and a lot of the things that take place are based solely on things that I'm doing or just, by me being there. So, even with all of the metrics, which I am basically, other than most money won, I still have the most seasons, the most wins. So by metrics, the greatest of all time, the challenge, and by added value too. So that's going to be debated. Obviously, a lot of cast members don't want to give me my flowers that I deserve, but I don't really care. Yeah, I don't need your flowers. I could buy my own.
The stats are all there. So what did you make of the concept of this season?
I think it's a good. Here's the thing. I think it's a good concept. It's similar to like the fresh meat concept, where basically it's going to be, are we, we don't know at this point. Are we competing against them? Are we going to be paired up with them? So it's kind of like a little bit of a fresh meat situation. But I will say that I think what really, because nostalgia is really in right now. It's been in. Sure. A lot of our fans have been around for a long time. I think we just got to get back to when times were simpler, when the nature of the game. You'll see, it's a kind of a complicated setup, but think that's what we need to do. Maybe like a throwback season at some point.
Yeah,
like a gauntlet or an inferno or a duel, you know, exes, rivals, something like that. So that's easy to follow. Yeah.
I know, I think Cara Marie said that it was almost like it was a game with the vets, with a game for vets against vets, but with just some newcomers on the side. Did you feel like
that's
that?
That's how it always is.
Yeah.
Well, no, I thought it was, I felt like it was just a game against, I mean, this is how every season is. It was like I walk in, it's a game against me.
Sure.
Before we even knew what the game was. I'm like, guys, can we like figure out like what the voting process is, how the, it's like, no, we're just going to go after you right away.
Just to get you out immediately.
Yeah, it's like some things never change.
Sure, but you outsmarted them, outplayed them, especially in the first challenge, and you decided to partner with Dee. Why? What was it about her, besides the flirting and everything like that, what was it about her that made you want to be her
Survivor is a very difficult game, and I like to consider myself a survivor. And I also like to consider myself someone who is pretty good at getting people to do what I want them to do. And, you know, I don't want to use manipulate, but do that sometimes as well. And I know like what her kind of background was in the show and how she played. And I was almost like, well, if I can neutralize this skill set and have her not be working against me, working with me, I thought that would be a very, you know, powerful tool in my arsenal. That and the fact that before we picked partners, the thing is like this might be news to you, but I'm kind of a liability to be partnered up with. There's a lot of benefits, but there's also a lot of drawbacks.
Sure.
Kind of like dating me. It's kind of the same way. But with her, she was like, that's the role I want. I want to go against the grain. I don't want to, you know, I don't need to be like liked by everyone. In fact, like I kind of flourish in the villain role. So that was kind of the understanding I had going in. I'm like, perfect. So if you get paired up with me and we're immediately targeted, then you're okay with that. So because she was okay with that and that was the role she wanted, I'm like, all right, well,
here we go.
Saddle up.
Saddle up.
Yeah.
It appears, based on trailer and things like that, that maybe things romantically spark between the two of you. What can you kind of tease about that? Because I know you have told us before that you did not want to get involved with any showmances or anything like that.
Well, I didn't say showmances. I said I don't want to get
involved. Or relationships on the show.
Yes. I made the mistake of assuming that a relationship that was forged, you know, on a television show or on, you know, on the challenge was going to be able to, you know, survive outside of that. That was the miscalculation I made. So I wasn't going to do that again. But I mean, her and I vibed like right away. I met her before. It's not the first time I met her. We'd met previously at actually the finale party for season 40, and you know we kind of hit it off there, and then you know we have mutual friends, so we kind of talked before about kind of working together when we were there, and then we showed up, and you know we were both kind of in the, you know, single situation, and I mean, why not? Helps pass the time. And plus I thought, here's the other thing, you don't want to get involved in any sort of, I feel like, relationship if it's not somebody that, if you're partnered up with them, it kind of, it kind of neutralizes the negativity that can come along with being in a showmance, because then basically you have to now take ownership of this person's game. If they're your partner, that's fine because you're in it together as it is. If you're not, and now this person gets in trouble or starts getting voted in, you know, then you almost have to like, you know, take their side. So because I thought we were going to be partners.
Right, because everything changes. You swap
partners. Because I thought we were going to be partners for the long haul. I'm like, all right,
let's go.
Where's the downside? Yeah. So no, and you know, again, like we had a great time together. So
this didn't backfire.
No.
Then okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Well, you know, we'll wait to see what she says in her interviews.
Right.
That's the other thing. Like, you're saying one thing to my face, but what's actually being said behind closed doors?
Did you ever see this sustaining after the show?
We're still in. I mean, she lives in South Florida. We're still in touch. She actually came up to Rumble. We did we called it the Survivor series. So we had a bunch of the Survivor people come up for that, and then we did a premiere party for Or no, we did a finale party for Survivor. So we've hung out a few times since
Nice.
since the show's been over.
Okay, yeah. Talk to me about this. Okay,
More than friends, less than lovers.
All right, I like it. Talk to me about this UK alliance. When did you kind of...
Right away?
Right away.
The hell? Again, I'm like, I don't know any of you. Can you at least give me a chance? Like, can I get a job interview before, like, you don't even give me a, like you know what I mean? Be like, you know, I should at least get an audition. I should at least allow, like, can you allow me to at least, like, explain myself before you guys just take what everybody says at face value? And that's the problem is, like, I love the challenge. I love going, I love competing. I love competing. However, I just don't have the social battery that some people do. And listen, the devil works hard, Olivia works harder. Okay, the girl is no quitting her when it comes to the social aspect of the game, and she will work around the clock. Like, honestly, she belongs in, like, the United States Congress, because she would be somebody that could literally get everybody to, like, change their vote from, like, a yay to a nay if she, like, would, because she has the energy and she'll do it. And her and Theo coming in kind of in their relationship they were in, she already had an immediate connection with the UK, with the Brits. So she was able to, like, get in their ear very early on and convince a lot of people that I'm basically the second coming of Satan. So it didn't take long for the crosshairs to be put squarely between my eyes, which I'm used to, but you know, it was just kind of it's just frustrating when it happens like this early on in the game.
Sure,
Can we get the challenge under our belt? Can we figure out? It's like now I gotta strap up like the day I get there. So,
Does that ever deter you from doing a show this season because you're like,
no, because it's gonna happen. It's like, and the way that here's the thing, you know what'll deter me from a show? When I show up and that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I've always said, I'm like, people are like, when are you gonna retire? When are you gonna know it's time to retire? And when I show up and people either leave me alone or they, like, start cheering for me, once I see people cheering for me or a challenge or elimination, like, it's all like, that's when I'm like, all right, it's time to go.
Right,
Because I'm no longer
things
feared.
feel weird,
Because they no longer fear me. They're actually, like, rooting for me. Start rooting for me and then you'll never see me again. Yeah.
Were you surprised at how well Justin did at that elimination? Did everybody completely
Not
understand?
at all.
Yeah.
This is why you never underestimate your competition, okay? Because you don't know what's going to be in that arena. You never know. And the problem that a lot of guys with the meathead mentality, like a Rogan have, is they automatically assume that you're going to show up and it's going to be some sort of man in the sand, headbanger, you know, put your hands on the other guy.
Yeah.
And it's very rare that that's what it is. A lot of them are agility, endurance based. And Rogan picked it strictly on who he thought he could, like, manhandle. And it came down to something that played right into Justin's wheelhouse. I mean, the guy was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
You're literally doing, I don't know what those, not somersaults.
Like cartwheels almost, yeah.
You're literally doing cartwheels in a roll. I mean, that was all about body control, and that was all about just, like, and if you saw that's not momentum. That elimination was all about momentum, using your body weight, and Rogan just tried to muscle his way through it, and that's just not something you're gonna do. So, and the worst, I'm telling you right now, one of the worst feelings is to call somebody out, thinking that you're going to have your mind set that you're going to beat them and then lose.
And then lose, that's a tough pill to
Jordan's
swallow.
very familiar with that happening.
Yes. Out of all, I know it takes a long time to become a vet, but about all these rookies, did you see any potential for?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot. This is a tough rookie class, man. This might be the best. I'm not going to lie, this might be one of the best rookie classes we've ever had.
Yeah.
And they're not just fit. They are. I mean, like I said this, before. The room that I ended up in, I was in a room with 3 Marines, so it was like a military barracks in there. And Jeremy, the guy that slept above me, was on. He was on Amazing Race. He's an ultra marathon runner. Okay, the first challenge we do, I mean, we're like dying climbing this mountain, and this guy just like sprints to the top,
like no big deal.
Sprints back down, no problem. Guy brags about running 75 miles for fun. I'm like, all right, well, this guy's got to be a problem. Yes. But yeah, I mean, he's great. Cedric is going to be sneaky good. For the girls, I mean, Sydney, no joke. Girls, like, I think the one thing that separates this rookie class out, and we've had athletic rookies in the past, these guys are fearless. Like a lot of times, the rookies come in, they look at the vets, and there's like this fear, and they almost will let the vets play their game for them. These rookies came in and they were not afraid. They right out of the gate, just started playing their own game.
Circling, obviously you did Traders.
Yep.
A lot of people were disappointed that you were knocked out first time, but Dorinda Medley was knocked out first time too, and now she's coming back. Was that ever a conversation that you had with them?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Actually, after 40, was that season 3? Season 3 of Traders was after season 40 of the challenge, and there was about an 8-day turnaround between me filming from 10 weeks, going from Vietnam to the Philippines to then having to be in Scotland. I just, from like a mental standpoint, like after what I'd endured for 10 weeks on the show and like just everything. I mean, the challenge is really take it out of you. I just didn't think I was in the right headspace, and that's the thing. For a show like Traders, like you really have to be on top of your game, because it's not a physical competition show. That intimidation factor isn't there like it is on the challenge. So I really wanted to be on the top of my game. I just didn't think I was mentally ready for it. So hopefully there'll be another season in my future, and I can follow in Dorinda's footsteps. And hopefully there isn't a guy with a very, very small ego and low self-esteem as one of the traders.
We'll have to wait and see. And then finally, do you know if your buddy Travis Kelce is going to be tuning into the season of the challenge?
Better be.
Right?
Trav.
He's a big fan, right?
Yeah, I think Jason's a bigger fan than Travis was. I think Travis is just a Johnny Bananas fan. I don't really even know what the challenge was until he met me, and he's like, what the fuck is this guy? The first time we met, we filmed at the Kansas City Chiefs training facility in Kansas City. It's when I was still hosting my travel show. And I think he thought it was gonna be like a serious interview. They're like, oh yeah, NBC, this guy named Johnny's gonna interview. And I think like after a few minutes of the interview, he's like, what the hell is this? But it was fun. We hit it off. We had a good time. We filmed a couple times since. We played in the celebrity softball game. For the MLB All-Star when they were in Cleveland, because he's a Cleveland guy. Like him, Drew Carey, Machine Gun Kelly, Dr. Oz, like the most random assortment of human beings. I was on a team like Simone Biles and Anthony Mackie. Like it was a crazy experience. So we got to spend some time there, but I haven't spoken to him in a while because apparently he's dating some girl. He's got a new girlfriend or something.
Got a new girlfriend, very low key.
That's what happens sometimes when, that's what happens, guys. They start dating a new girl, they don't call their boys anymore.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he tunes into the season.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how it unfolds.
Yeah, it's going to be good.